If you are tired of this market and its shenanigans, I got the best video for you guys. Today we're talking about the most affordable homes and side of town in Albuquerque. Let's go. Look, I've made videos in the past about this area and I always talk about how great it is, and maybe it's a little biased because I grew up on this side of town, but the southwest side of Albuquerque is going to be the top place with some of the most affordable homes. Now, keep in mind that it is going to be a little rural, a little suburban, a little bit of both, and you're going to have some things in between, right? Because there's been communities up there that have been there even longer than I've been alive. So keep in mind that if you are looking for homes, you're just going to have a vast array of options to choose from. More or less in this video, we're going to be talking about new home options and just kind of the general conversation around what living on that side of town looks like. So if this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, my name is Eli. Do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys never miss out on any videos, because we are dropping videos every week talking about what our beautiful city of Albuquerque and surrounding cities have to offer. Now, I gotta be fully transparent with you guys, because as much as I love doing these videos, I would love to also help you out with your real estate needs. So that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. Feel free to reach out, stop the video, pause it, do whatever it is that you gotta do. That way you can reach out to us, because we'd love to hop on a quick video call with you guys to discuss the next steps and all these different areas in Albuquerque that you're thinking about doing. But enough of my shenanigans, let's get right into the video. Alrighty guys, now the Southwest has a diverse living situation, and the housing options on that side of town can vary, right? We'll be looking at new homes, and we'll be also looking at some older homes, just like I let you guys know. Now, there's a ton of different styles of homes that we can get into, but really for this topic of conversation, we're really gonna just hone in on just price and a few things that you can expect when you are moving to that side of town. Now, for the new homes, the new builds on that side of town, D.R. Horton is building the Aspire community. They're actually heading into their third and fourth phase, so that community is growing so fast. We actually just helped one of our buyers put a home under contract in that community, and they are buying that house in the low 300s, which in today's market is pretty crazy to see, because everything is way above that. And believe it or not, on that side of town, on average, you're paying $285,000 for a house. Yes, it will be a little older and it will need some love. Not a whole ton, right? But just a little updating from here and there. It will also come with some perks, because there's tons of parks since it's super family oriented and it's so walkable. There's tons of trails, tons of things to do out there as far as being outside, because the community aspect of living in those neighborhoods, because there's at least one park per little neighborhood. Any other neighborhood that I go into, especially when I was living in that area and going to school in that area, I would find a new park every other week, it seemed like. And it was just roaming the neighborhoods, right, on our bikes and doing that whole kind of thing, which I'm sure a lot of kiddos still do, because when we go visit my parents, I still see a ton of that activity being upheld and tons of kids playing in the streets and in the parks. All right, so I touched on it briefly on the conversation about the outdoors, enjoying all that kind of stuff, right? And really the Southwest has a ton of that to offer, because again, everything is gonna be super walkable. You are gonna have trails all in all those neighborhoods, because again, right, family oriented. A majority of those Southwest communities, especially in the Southwest Heights, is gonna be paved, or they're gonna have some sort of sidewalk. Now, I can't say anything for the east side, of course, because everything on the east side, of course, is still pretty rural, and this is where the diverse living situation comes back up. You are going to be having some rural living on that southwest side of town, along with some suburban. So it's a good mix of both. I would say it's mainly about 50-50. Probably in the future, it's going to be more on that suburban side because of all the expansion that they're doing past 118. But really, if you are looking for something that, hey, we want to go to a place besides the gyms, Rio Grande and Atrisco have amazing tracks and amazing fields that pretty much you can go at any time, and the kiddos will have so much fun. You'll be able to get a good workout in, especially now that the good summer months are starting to come around and the weathers are starting to get a little bit warmer. You are going to be able to enjoy the outside activities for longer, and especially with the sun staying out until almost 9 o'clock. I mean, getting out from work, heading home, catching a good pre-workout meal, heading out to the trails, or just leaving your house and walking the neighborhood. is going to be such an amazing workout for you if you are planning on living on this side of town. You know, doing the walking thing isn't your thing and you want to hit up a pool, the Rio Grande Aquatic Center is going to be open during those summer months to allow you to come and enjoy some laps. They got a big diving board, and they also have a slide for the kiddos still. Outside of that, right, I keep telling you that there's butts and more stuff, right? There's more yet to come. You are going to be looking at two of the most popular skate parks in town on this side of town as well, with Alamosa Skate Park, with local skaters and the big time skaters that come skate this park. There's always going to be an abundance of people there just enjoying the park and everything that it has to offer, and super walkable community as a community center as well. And that community center has a free gym, so if you are wanting to get, you know, a free gym membership, you can go there and then have your kiddos enjoy the two basketball courts that they have, which is both indoors and outdoors, and the skate park. And then Tower Skate Park is going to be just one that's tucked away more in the neighborhood, closer to Southwest Heights. The community engagement on that side of town is going to be probably super unique. And again, right, it's that whole Albuquerque culture, and that's what you're getting for a majority of the part anywhere that you go. But really, it kind of stems from this side of town, because a lot of the people that are living on this side of town are one or two people, young professionals that are, you know, getting up on their feet, buying something affordable, or people that have lived on this side of town for generations and just never want to move or want to leave because they're comfortable and they love it there and it's home, right? So the culture, as far as what we're seeing on that side of town with the community goes, is that it's super involved with one another. Like, they're not having all these crazy events or putting together pop-ups and all that stuff, although we are starting to see more and more things go to that side of town because it's growing. But for the most part, the community itself coming together for, you know, a barbecue or having the kiddos play outside or a block party, they're doing these kinds of things because A, they're super far out there, and B, why not do it with the people that we have lived here with for years and enjoy ourselves, because we're basically family at this point. So with all that being said, if you're looking for a tight-knit community, you're pretty much going to get it anywhere in Albuquerque, but the Southwest is going to be primarily one of the areas where you're going to be able to experience this firsthand. Now, I don't really like to dive into the conversation about education because all the schools are great and every school has something to offer for the kids that are going there. But just for the sake of this video, niche.com rates the schools on this side of town a B or above, and it's really going to cater to two different types of kids, right? You're going to have the kids that are wanting to work in the blue-collar class, so you got all the trades and stuff, and then you got kiddos that want to work in more of a white-collar setting, kind of an office job, a doctor, lawyer, those kinds of things, right? Because Rio Grande, which caters to more of the rural side, believe it or not, because that school has been there forever. I mean, my wife's auntie is the first prom queen. Yes, she's still alive. It's been there forever. I think she's like in her 80s. But either way, it's been there forever. And I mean, the history that it upholds with the community, it's pretty crazy how people really feel the sense of like coming together to support that school. That's going to be the school where all the kiddos are fitting into if they are wanting to go to like a woodworking class, a metals class, because I personally went there and I had metals, and probably one of the best metal facilities that they had in Albuquerque, to be honest with you, for kids who are interested in that type of work. And then you're going to have a Trisco Heritage Academy, which purposely didn't put any of those types of things into the school because they want kiddos to focus on, you know, being a lawyer, being a doctor, being an architect, these kinds of different jobs. They just wanted to make sure that they can bring that to this side of town, because forever that was primarily the only thing that people were doing on this side of town was farming, ag, welding, woodworking, building houses, working with their hands. And now within the past 10 years, especially because I graduated from a Trisco, they really emphasized on building something more of a college collective where these kiddos can feel like, hey, we are basically at a college campus, because this thing was massive and it was huge. And the way that they just kind of exercised their curriculum was pretty dead on. Like, it was crazy. I don't know. If you're into all that and you want to get some more information, you can hop on the APS website or just head to niche.com and they'll be able to give you some more info on these schools. Now, the economic side of the Southwest and its job opportunities is increasing, right? I'm not going to say that it's top notch, because a lot of people are still traveling more so to the east side in order to work their jobs. So with everything that's getting built on that side of town, more people are getting the opportunity to live and work within their community. With that being said, with the opportunity for more entrepreneurs, right? Because I want to emphasize on that, because they're the ones coming through, building all these new facilities, building all these shopping centers, all these developers, and giving an opportunity to a mother who owns a dog grooming business to be able to open up shop in her community, to be able to supply that community, because everybody in that side of town owns a dog. It's pretty crazy, and there's real no like major place to take your dogs. It's more so closer to like barrelas and all that stuff. So still the Southwest, but kind of far if you ask me, if you're wanting to go and take your dog for a groom. Really, a lot of these people are coming in, opening up coffee shops, newer restaurants, clothing stores, small boutique things that provide a value for the people that are living in those communities. And you're going to start to see more and more of that here within the next 10 years because of how much they are developing, especially right there in Las Estancias. Las Estancias has brought so much opportunity for jobs for people who live in those communities, because number one, there was never nothing there besides a Walmart forever. And now they got a Ross, a Hobby Lobby, Tropical Smoothie, Dion's, McDonald's, all these different restaurants, and even a movie theater, for God's sakes, in that area. And it's providing people the opportunity. Even the kiddos who are not old enough to be able to work in some of these jobs, they're still able to work in their community. And it's exciting to see how much it's grown within the past couple of years in such a short amount of time, and how much it continues to grow, because one day we may live on that side of town, and to be able to provide those kinds of opportunities to our kids where we grew up and call home is so awesome. I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. This next topic about commuting and driving and just how well planned out everything is on that side of town. On the planned out side, it's pretty planned out, but commuting sucks because, again, it's the most affordable side of town. More people are living over there. You are going to see more traffic volume in those traffic hours in the morning and the evening, because people are trying to get home from work or going to work or taking their kiddo to school, right? So there's this conglomerate of things going on that is causing so much people to run a little earlier or run late if you're like me, because I could never get it right when I lived on that side of town. I was always showing up late to work and it sucked, but very thankful for my bosses who at that time understood that I lived so far, because I lived on the southwest side and worked on the east side, that sometimes traveling even through the freeway, because there is no dedicated freeway that is super close to that side of town, that you are going to either travel through Unser and wait in traffic to hit I-40, or you're going to go down south to hit I-25. But either way, you're going to be stuck in traffic, so keep that in mind, especially during those heavy traffic hours. Anything outside of that, you're free and clear, because there's really nobody on the roads, and the only other form of transportation is going to be the bus route system. Now, there's no ART bus because ART runs only east to west, so you are going to be using the city buses to get to and from these areas on the southwest. But keep in mind that the more south you go, there isn't going to be any real bus route system. You may end up walking a mile through dirt because, again, super rural, a little undeveloped, but that gives you that sense of being out in the country and yet being so close to the community that it's almost worth it not to have sidewalks. I think I give you the gist of what to expect if you are thinking about moving to the southwest side of town. Now, if you're looking for some of the most affordable, some of the best diverse living, and somewhere where it's up and coming with so much to offer to its future residents, then the southwest side of town is going to be for you. But if you are planning on moving down here, again, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. And as much as I love doing these videos, I would love to help you out with your real estate needs. So I'm going to go enjoy the rest of our Super Bowl weekend. It is Tuesday if you are watching this, and if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys. If there's anything we could do for you during the week, please feel free to reach out. And if you're wanting me to touch on a specific area, go ahead and comment the area down below. That way we can discuss making a video for you guys. But other than that, guys, you enjoy your week, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.